Right, where's this Kindred Rot? There he is. I feel like some of our characters were one-shotting those lads. Maybe I'm just misremembering there. But I'm pretty sure Yuki's damage is lower than a lot of characters. It certainly should be. Because his highest damage stat is like 43 faith or something. And we're not even using the scaling. Because we're using cold-based weaponry right now. Where's our seal? Is this going to push us back into heavy? It does. Dagnammit. But taking off the hood takes us back down again. Okay. I guess we can live without the hood for now. Range on these lightning attacks compared to a good old-fashioned bow just doesn't cut it. But then the damage on an unupgraded bow also doesn't cut it, so maybe we'll just venture out. It's fine. Why did I even bother using that? We're just going to get immediately rotted again. Excellent. Well, not 100% excellent if those buggers are going to shoot us, but at least it doesn't knock us off the bloody branches. A bit more endurance, lovely stuff. Is that now enough to put the hood back on? Nope. Never mind, eh? We'll get Fear's hood back on by the end of our adventures for sure. We'll just kill Malenia, get a bunch of runes, get the endurance we need to put our hood back on. Problem solved. Now, we might even have enough time for one quick bachelor this session, but first we need to pick up the old talisman for the physical damage reduction, because that's pretty darn useful, I would imagine. I'm a big fan of how much stepping forward that bloody spell requires. But it seems as though it's kind of okay. Because that guy's fallen off. There we go, Dragon Crest Great Shield. We'll pop that on right now. Instead of Taker's Charm. And now we may as well just throw ourselves off here. Have a quick sip. And then just throw ourselves off here. And panic roll our way into the elevator shaft. Lovely. Got a lot of flasks to choose from. Opaline Bubble Tear could be fun in general, but it'll only save us from a hit. Boost Poise? Boost Strength, Stamina. HP over time. Boost Max HP. Could be good. If I'd properly prepared for this, then we'd have a great rune handy as well, but yeah, this was just the get to Malenia session. This wasn't the kick our butt session. That comes next time, hopefully. And let's get to it. Come on, other Utes. At least we've got good poise damage on all of this. We can bleed it. Good. Yeah, we dodged some of that. Kinda. Bit more bleed. kind of constantly running out of stamina, which is vexing. But there's a crit. Gonna take her into phase 2 at least. Nice. And yeah, just failed miserably to dodge most of that. Right, now it begins. And we're running out of stamina a bunch. Getting a crit though. If she waterfowls, we're in trouble. But it's going alright so far. Oh, we got it. Well, check it out, Ukes. You are a true lord, it seems. Jesus, I've been having such difficulty on some of the others. I really thought Ukes was going to have trouble because of his lack of damage. Turns out I know shit about shit. Now, we need more endurance so we can put Fia's hood back on. This is just known. More faith, just because we're going to switch to flame art, probably. We'll get one more faith. Have we got enough endurance for Fia's hood? We have. Good. Well, I wasn't expecting that at all. Because, as I've made clear, I feel. Now, we've killed Rykard. We've killed Mohg. All that's really left is the final bosses, so although it's the end of the sesh, maybe it's time to go and do those. Which means maybe we need to mix up our Ashes of War a bit. Because the final boss is immune to all status effects. But we could put on some flame art stuff. Black Flame Tornado. Seems fun. Doesn't really matter what's on the other one, so we could go with Flame Art Royal Knight's Resolve. Deal a bunch of fire damage here and there. Yeah, we'll bring other Yuki along to back us up, because he deserves it after that fight. Yuki and Yuki versus Radagon. Good start. Right, let's do this. Decent damage. I approve. Oh, jeez. Jumped at the wrong time there, though. Ah. That attack's a bit quick. Yeah, I'm still not terribly familiar with most of Radagon's attacks. Although, I mean, if I'm just charging in and bashing, then I generally don't need to be. No. I thought I could get away with not taking that hit. Nice. Good job of the Ukes. There go most of our flasks today. And most of our other Ukes. Let's see how we both get on against the old Elden Beast. Jesus! That's real damage on the old Black Flame Tornado. Now, come here, you horrible bugger. Don't hit me. Just because I said come here. Now he's over there. Or forget. We should make up his mind. Ouch. Now he's over there again. So yeah, we've hit him like once, and it was for like over a third of his health. And then, yeah, just wiped out. Because we just couldn't get close to the son of a gun. Give it one more shot, and then Ukes might have to come back and finish the game next time after all. But let's see how we do. Let's see if we can use up fewer flasks on Radagon this time. Although maybe I should switch out some of my blues for reds as well. Yeah. Ah, come on. Yeah, my timing was awful on all of that. Not quite sure I hit both of us there. And how does one dodge that exactly? Am I supposed to just jump over the whole thing? The Black Flame Tornado works out well there. Yeah. And then I jumped too soon on that, because he just sort of hangs in the air, so you can't really tell what you're supposed to do about him, because he's got no tell that he's about to start slamming. I'm about to die. Yep. Get the job done, Ukes, while I have a drink. Okay, that'll do. Again, we're going in though with only 4 reds left. Right, let's do some damage whilst we can. That is serious damage right there. Ouch. And he's off. This is where the lack of fun begins. Now, that's the one where the ring comes down, and we try and fail to jump it because the camera just won't turn. Not sure what that is. Right, jump in. Might help some of that. And no, just big waves of light. Can't see what the hell's going on. I'm still not fully decided on that fight, but I am erring on the side of it's a big pile of shit. But we'll deal with that big pile next time. Miquella's arm is up in the air, so we've definitely not been here before. It's like, hey, come on in. Let's do it. Fling some rocks. Ouch. And we've already got him staggered because of the power of rocks now. Let's see if we can't just Comet Zero him to death before he can knee-hill. Well, maybe we could have if we hadn't run out of FP. Oh. Oh. Back to rock slings. They're more successful. There we go. Good job, Poop Friend.
The coming of our dynasty.
Lovely stuff. Now let's get some more levels under our belt. Another 4 in. 77. It's pretty smart. There we go. Nice yellowy green eyes. And now we can't put it off any longer. It's time for Malenia. Temporarily boosting all damage negation might be a worthwhile physic mix for us. Maybe. Either way, she's going to rush us at the start of her first fight. We know this. So maybe we'll drink it out here. And maybe we'll take a hit while we get Poop Friend in the action. Jeez. Maybe we'll take 2 hits and then almost immediately get killed. Right. Sling them rocks. And yeah, as soon as she waterfowls, we drop dead. This was to be expected. Been a while since I fought her. I kind of forgot how the fight goes, and then as soon as she flew up in the air, I was like, oh yeah, waterfowl. We stay as far back as possible, then at least we're going to avoid the first hit of waterfowl. Then we can roll into the second. I'm still not entirely sure how you deal with the third. I've watched people sort of run away from it, but I don't know. This is going okay. Now we're having to actually do shit though. And we're into phase 2 maybe? There we go. Right, so dodge that. Get some rock slang. And dodge whatever she's doing over there. More rock slang. Luna, now is not the time to be standing in front of the screen. You horrible goblin. And she's going to take out Poop Friend, unfortunately. Now we're in trouble. Ah, bollocks. It was going well, and then I rolled slightly too soon, which means I got hit. And I'd pressed roll again already, and so it saved up the input, rolled as soon as I came out of the animation, and that got us killed. Might adjust my flash charges slightly. In favour of blue, because if we do get hit, we're just dead. Really. Have I got anything more offensive? Magic Shroud. Magic Cracked Tear. Where does one get that from? Is that from the Liurnia avatar? Maybe we'll take one more quick detour. See if we've not done anything about the Liurnia one yet. Although, again, is it going to affect the physical damage of Roxling? Hard to say. Alright, boss down. That was fun. When Comet Zero works, it's good clean fun. Now that was Cerulean, Crystal Tear and Ruptured. Peninsula? Looks like we've not done much in Peninsula in general. Why are you flopping there, Lulu? Horrible goblin. Right, another Avatar dead. Are you going to give me what I want? Opaline and Crimson Burst. No, so you're not the one we needed. It's definitely one of you buggers that gives extra damage. Is it the other Liurnia one? How about you? What do you have for us? Magic Shroud and Cracked Tear. That's the one. That's the bunny. Temporarily boosts magic attacks in mixed physic. Lovely. But then you've got the other question. Do I use it at the start? Or do I save it for phase 2 and use it after she's done her Scarlet Aeonia attack? And then hit her with a Comet Azure? Let's try using it at the start. And let's also work under the assumption that Roxling is affected by Ranni's Dark Moon's debuff. Stop throwing around my poop friend. Oh, okay. This isn't going terribly well. Yeah, Poop Friend's going down pretty quick this time. She just doesn't seem to be getting hit by very much this time compared to the last. And then yeah, Waterfowl took us out. Very well. Let's see what happens if we save the flask for phase 2. Alright. Dodge. Dodge. That's promising. Now let's fling some rocks for the victory, hopefully. Oh shit. Oh god, it's all gone wrong. And every time I try and use a blue flask, she just hits me. And then we're dead. Fuck's sake, that was so close. And then she just hit me just before I got that blue flask off. And that just put me on the back foot. One more go and then we're done for this session. But yeah, that strategy with Comet Azure in phase 2 was working well. Also, why am I two-handing my one thing? Never mind, it doesn't matter. One more go. Don't look at me, Malenia, you awful woman. Oh god. And then, shit. Yeah, the minute she targets me with waterfowl, it's just over, basically. But yeah, that one attempt was full of promise. We'll get you next time, Melania. Next time.